Hey everybody, it's June 8th, Saturday, and I was working on the Durangus again, and had an unexpected surprise, something I didn't want to do, but now I have to. I have to make another part of the floor pan in this. And the worst part is, I went online to look to see if I could find a floor pan instead of trying to make one, because that wasn't fun. And guess what? You can't get them. You can get rocker panels and fenders and quarter panels and hoods and all kinds of other shit, but you can't get a floor pan. So now I have to make one. And I'll just show you what I'm in for here. But it may not be as bad as last time. Let's see. Do you see it there? Yeah. So like I said, it may not be as bad as last time because it looks kind of flat here and then just goes up. And then I've got this part here that's slanted and goes up. I think this part here will be the hardest part to do. But I'm not even going to go. I don't even know if you can see that. Probably not. I'm probably not even going to go all the way to the edge. If I do, it's going to go from underneath. So I was tapping all the rust out of there. And, oh, I don't have my light. And I was hitting hitting it was like soft here. I'm like, wow, that's all soft. So I stuck my hand and that was the foam backing. And then I was like, great. Because initially I thought this was the only hole here. And I wasn't even gonna, wasn't even gonna do anything with that. But no. Had to turn out to be a great big hole. So that just made the process a little bit longer. Anyway, that is the update. So I guess I'll finish wire brushing this, and this piece has to come out too. This is the old part of that piece that I'm putting in, and that's not going to do any good. So, and then I noticed that, because I went over to the red Durango to see, and there was actually another piece of metal underneath the floorboard. So it's floorboard, then another piece of metal, and then this. Well, I don't have that other piece of metal, so now that makes me wonder if that's why I was having problems on the other side so much. But as you know, we got that to work, and we will get this to work too. Just gonna take a little longer. So anyways, that pisses me off that I couldn't find a floorboard, because that would be much easier just to cut a great big hole and then weld one that's already formed. But yet they can sell, hang on, Yet they can sell this. They can sell a rocker panel. They can sell this that gets welded to a floor pan. Believe me, this rocker panel gets welded to a floor pan, but yet they don't sell a floor pan. So what are you going to weld it to if your floor pan is gone? That's just stupid. Anyway, that's my rant for that, because it just doesn't make any sense to me. Why they'd sell all this other stuff that needs to be welded to a floor pan and you can't buy the floor pan. So if this is going to rust out, the rocker panel is going to rust out, what do you think else is rusted out? Of course. Anyway, that's my rant on that. So I'm going to make this, like I said, I'm going to wire brush the rest of this up, and then I'm going to try to make this quarter floor pan. And we'll see you next time when I get all that done. Well, maybe you can watch me make the floor pan. I don't know.
I think you might have.
So I get myself a piece of paper,
There you go, yeah.
roughly cut it out, and then put it up in theirs like so. And then I draw a line where the rust ends. Not where I think the rust ends, where the rust ends. And I would say it's about here. I mean, I know it's rusty here, but it's not a hole. But, so I get that in there. I make a mark on the paper so that it doesn't have to be perfect. If it was perfect, they would have made a floor pan I could buy.
That's cool.
So then, after I mark it here, we'll go over to the setup that I have. Get myself a piece of metal. It's a little rusty, it's alright. Nothing that wire brush won't do. So it's a little wider, and that's okay. So I'll transfer the line here. So then I transfer the line here on the piece of metal. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Just mark it. Good enough. And then just cut it. So let's make some sparks. Just like so, and then we do a test fit, because this isn't going to be as flexible as paper, you know, so it might differ a little bit, but there you go. See, so now what will happen is I'll go ticky-tacky, 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 and I'll weld that piece in, and then I'll do the same thing for this here, get another piece of paper, and I'll just bring it down like so. And then I'll get another piece of paper, do this, weld it here, weld it here. This piece here, I'll weld it here, I'll weld it here, and then hopefully I can get it where these two pieces meet, and I'll weld it. And I'll probably get another little piece here, just a little piece, and I'll weld it. And I'll probably do the same thing here on this while I'm at it, since right here. Probably do the same thing, and then that will be done. I don't think this one is going to be as hard as that one over there where I had to put a whole bunch of curves in it, and oh, I did not like doing that one. This looks pretty straightforward, pretty flat. Maybe a little bit of curves. Not bad at all compared to that one over there. So that's how I do it. I know part of it, how I do it, is right, and most of it is probably wrong, but I don't care. But I do know that's how body shops do it. They'll make a little paper template. If you ever watch Orange County Choppers, you saw them draw it out of paper first, and then they transferred that to metal. That's kind of where I learned that. So part of the stuff I'm doing is right, but most of it is probably wrong. Don't care, as long as it gets done. Okay, I've got this camera cobbly set up so any little movement will move the camera and I won't get the shot. So, I've made my templates, and hopefully I can get this where you can see it. So here's the piece that goes up here, and that's going to go up like so. And then I've got the other one, and I had to mark it because I got to put this little bend in here, and that's going to go right there, like so. And we'll ticky-tacky, 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 all that, and that should be done. And that's how I do it. So now I'll take these other two little pieces, well this one, and I'll just transfer these onto the sheet metal and go from there, and then I'll cut out another little piece and do all the other little rust holes I need to do, that whatever I find. But that's the majority of it. So yeah. Okay, I have all my pieces cut out. This one I made a little bit bigger because I thought it was a little too short, so I made it a little bigger. So let's see what it'll look like in the truck. Let's mock this up, okay? Can you see it? I hope you can. So not too bad, not too bad. I just got to bend this one over, which I knew I had, but not too bad for first try fit. So let me bend that over a little bit, and then we'll see. Not too bad, not too bad. Looks like I need to flatten that out a little bit. Basically, that's how you got to do it, little adjustments at a time. You know what? I can get away with that. Bet you I can get away with that. Oh, sure. I can bend it flat, maybe a little bit more. But anyway, since I'm so close there, I'm going to stop rolling camera and get this to where I really like it, and then I'll weld it up, and then I'll show you what happened. There it is, all welded up. So let's see how it fits in there, shall we? Okay, set it in here. Well, it fits. So what I'll end up doing is probably drilling a couple holes and then tack welding this piece in, and of course them two. Looks good. I don't know if you can taunt it or not, but let me check. Not too bad, not too bad. So I guess I'll drill some holes and weld her in. Ooh. Okay, I think I'm done. All I have to do now is just weld it in. I added that piece there. Little hole was showing. Oh, yeah, and I added this piece here. There, that's how it sits. So yeah, there's a space here, but I think I'll be able to hold it down and weld it. And then I got this little hole here. I just got this little piece of metal and just stuck it in there like that. And we'll weld that in there. Oh yeah, it's coming along. Not too bad, not too bad. So, and I actually put this that up underneath, and it looks like this one may go in a bit easier than the other side, so we'll see on that. But anyway, it's getting kind of dark, and I don't know if it's gonna rain or not. I think it's going to, and I got a lot of stuff out here, so I'm not sure. I think maybe I'll put some stuff away and then start welding that in. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Ah! Oh, buddy! Holy, that was an ass whistle.
This does not go on.
Okay.
Not even in the bloopers.
No.
Ricky.
No.
Ricky.
Okay. Oh, where was I, anyways?
Anything you want to say?
Nope.